Hello. Hi. Sorry, I got distracted because I'm looking at one screen's telling me to check my video resolution. It's never said this before. Oh, I didn't turn the freaking internet off. All right, everybody, I'm turning my Wi-Fi off. If I check out, if it freezes, I will be back in just a few moments. Stay on the stream. Don't leave. Don't go anywhere. Let me just shut this Wi-Fi off. Last time it didn't do anything, but sometimes it freezes me. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, freezing, maybe. Or staying the same. And we're just gonna wait it out and find out. Sorry, I forgot to use my Ethernet. Are we still here? I think we're still here. Fakiha. Okay, I think we're still here. I think we did it. I think for somehow they figured out how to make the feed not go away if you have to restart the internet. Okay, but this is still telling me I'm just gonna go ahead and exit this out because there's nothing else I can do about it. So fuck off. Okay, anyways. Oh, now she says good connection. Okay, thanks, YouTube. So, what's up? How's everyone doing? Happy Mindset Monday. What's new with you? Oh, Leanne, I love you. Leanne says, do we have any exciting manifestations to share? We definitely do. I definitely have an exciting manifestation to share. So, oh wait, I haven't said hi to everybody yet. That's what I do first. Sorry, everybody. Let's first start off with Fakiha, Tiffy, Tiff, Leanne, Michaela. Where do we like the bigger fonts over here? We like this better. Okay. Tommy, hello. Lovely Divine. You haven't been here in a while, but you are here now and welcome. That's awesome. Okay. Kim, hi. Dana, R, Andromeda, hello. Rita. Dina with an I. Oh, we already said Leanne, but we can say Leanne twice. Moonchan, Dana. I almost said Leanne again. Consta, Duddy, Elena, Dina with an E. Hello. Tiffany, Bethany, Casey, Sky, C, Kristen, Aquarian, hello. Liliana, Brandon, hi. Danielle, Black Litchick, hello. Anna, hello. Or Anna, excuse me. Controversial Studios, hello. Renee, hello. Oh, I'm so sorry. Renee, I'm so sorry. Renee says, I lost my best friend last week. Affirm for her to make it, but now have to cope with her loss. I'm so sorry. I understand how painful loss is, and we're here for you. My heart goes out to you. And, you know, I've had clients come to me with death-related type stuff, trying to find like it's almost like they're trying to find their fault in it. But, you know, while it's definitely conceivable that we can manifest someone to not pass, it's also conceivable to understand that at the end of the day, there's really nothing you can do about it. And at the end of the day, everybody is going to die. And I'm sorry, but it's not your fault. I know you were sending her positive vibes, and I know she appreciates that. And she's always going to be here with you. She's here with you now. And it's just going to be a different version of your relationship. Okay. So we're here for you. I understand it. I get it. And the best advice I can give to you is just feel it. Just don't run from it, you know, celebrate her and do what you can to take care of yourself and do your self-care. Okay, so we're all sending you love. Leanne got a new MacBook. Okay, yeah, so we're talking about manifestations. I don't mean to abruptly change the subject. I did want to ask everybody if we have any manifestations to share. Oh, it is Tiffy. Okay, good. Tiffy, cool. We're good. Cynthia, hello. Leanne got her new MacBook, which is really exciting. Millie, hi. Autumn, hello. I'll tell you guys, I had a manifestation come through, I guess. because Kyle C saw our episode and reached out to me. And so we've been in contact. And so that was pretty exciting, I would say, for me. So thank you for everybody for whoever shared it with his team. Somebody, we have people in common, is what I found out. So he already was aware of us because somebody was letting him know that I was sharing his work and stuff. And so he knew about us already. And then I guess they sent the episode because they reached out to me. And so that was really fucking cool. And again, thank you for everybody here, and thank you for being part of the community. And like, so many people have bought his book, from our community, and I'm just really excited and really happy for you, and for what the understandings and the growth that you're going to get from that book, because it's really good. So if you guys want to go, there's he commented on that video. So it was a video I released last week. I think it's called, like, it says like Stop Chasing Money on the thumbnail, but it's the Kyle Cease book review. And he commented. So if you guys all want to go spam that comment and give him some love, he might see it. I don't know if he will, but maybe he'll, I don't know. I don't know whoever comes back to check their comments, but maybe he will. Anyhow. So. Okay. Fakiha said, the only spiritual guru-ish retreat place owner followed my tarot page, manifesting him calling me to read tarot in his meditation place. Yes. That's awesome. Hell yeah, that's so cool. I would totally go to that. I would totally let you read my cards. Okay. Let's see. So Tommy says, breaking down boundaries and comfort zones, more learning to take action and follow my intuition this week. It's challenging keeping out of my head. However, I'm getting more and more clarity. And remember, Tommy, you're a 7. So being in your head is going to be your Achilles heel anyways. So it's something that everybody has to, excuse me, I don't know if you can hear me when I bump the mic, but it's something that everybody has to deal with. But when you were born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th of the month, out of any month, your deal is too much in your head, too cerebral, not enough spiritual, not enough creative, not enough do. So what do they call all? What movie is it where he's like, you're all brain and no balls. That's what it is. You're all brain and no balls. Not that you don't have balls. I'm just saying it's like it's all the mind stuff and not the like the actiony stuff. That's what 7s. That's like your deal. So even though we all have to work on staying out of our heads, if you were born on the 7th of the 16th, 7th, or the 25th, that's going to be the thing that you came here to do, to work on and to master. So it would behoove you to start doing your daily spiritual practice to help calm the storm in there, your daily creative practice, because your creative outlet is like crucial for a 7. And then the doing portion of the manifesting, not just the thinking and the conceptualizing, but the actual part of doing shit and like taking it to the streets kind of a thing, like take your ideas into the world. And speaking of which, my numerology, I'm putting out a numerology document where you can download the information about your specific birthday number and find out information about how that affects your manifestations. That's coming very soon. And they're real cute. So you'll understand why we're taking our time with them. They're like super cute. So we don't want to just throw that out there, but putting love and work into it. Okay. Indigo says, we never really die. Our spirit just transfers to another being of light. We are energy. Yeah, I definitely believe that. I don't think that we're actually gone. I don't know what happens in other versions of reality. I don't know what happens in the parallel realities. I wonder that all the time. But I do know that you can still have a relationship with her. Aquarian, you're a 3. So 3s are very creative. 3s are going to be it's kind of like again, like 3 is a divine number, right? So you have your divine practice, the spiritual connection that is important for you to maintain and create. And then you have that creative outlet that which drives you. So these are like writers, poets, builders, artists, musicians. Let me get my little book out. And but threes have an issue with finishing what they start, channeling their creative. And if you don't channel your creative energy as a three, then it's just going to kind of eat away at you. We're charismatic people, but we could be pessimistic or hopeless, kind of wasting our talents, gossiping, or being moody and kind of living on an emotional roller coaster. You can also be careful of spreading your energies too thin and feeling drained from it. But you're really good at absorbing knowledge and you're incredibly talented in all kinds of fields. But it's just about like application and finishing what you start and replenishing yourself. Like I said, you really need your spirit, just like sevens, you both really need that spiritual connection. We all do. But maybe for certain numbers, it's even like a stronger pull. And that's why your soul chose to come here on that day of the month. And yeah, thank you guys all so much for being such great support for each other. I really, really appreciate, I really love seeing you all being so kind to each other in the comments and being supportive for each other. Hera says lost 15 pounds. Congrats. That's awesome. Anna says, can you please talk about responsibility? It changed my life. Can you be more specific? What do you mean? Responsibility about what exactly? What do you mean? Amriel? I want to say your name right. Hello. Welcome. Jamie Taylor says, manifesting my SP back for the second time. We're doing well, but this time there isn't a commitment and I have suspicions of a third party. How do I maintain the positives so that we can make this work? Jamie, if they haven't linked it already, I'm going to ask the mods if you can link my third party video and then it's like a commitment and like no contact. Well, I guess you have contact, not the contact, a commitment videos, please, for Jamie. Danielle says, Roxy, I've been listening to your specific person meditations this last week or so, and it's working so well. I have 3 guys talking to me. Wow, nice. That's awesome. Ooh, Dina says, you've been reading Kyle's book and you're loving it. Yes. I know he would like to hear that. Oh, and then linked. Leanne linked the Kyle video here, so you can watch it if you want to check out the book review. Oh, and then Dina linked the post to our forum, our book club. So if you want to read the book with us and go chat with your people about it, roxytalks.com/forum/book-club. Constance says, I manifested gaining 3 inches of height. That's awesome. I hear people ask about that all the time. Oh, Leanne says, who did Roxy's, where did I see this? Who did Roxy's higher self meditation? I did it, actually. I did it as well. Let me know if you did my higher self meditation and how it worked for you. I have a bunch more coming out. We're just like in like the mixing stage right now. Malachi's mixing them. So I'm just, we're going back and forth and making sure they sound right. Christina says, I was hoping one of my shows was on TV. A few weeks later, there was a whole week-long marathon literally right now on TV. That is awesome. Ani says, after using law of assumption for some time, I got so used to the thoughts aligned with my manifestation that I don't even search for it or need it as much because I feel like I already have it. Yes, exactly. Autumn says, can you manifest someone who doesn't exist, or at least you think they don't exist? I don't understand the question because there's no like, I don't think that there's nothing, like nothing isn't a thing. Literally, like, no thing is not a thing. It's nothing. Um, like there can't be nothing because even nothing is something. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean you can't? They don't exist, or you don't think they exist? Does that mean you don't know if they exist? You're just making someone up? If that's the case, then yes, 100%. Tommy says, I've been living too quietly in recent years, too much hiding away, doing the work but not living. So making a conscious effort to follow all these intuitional nudges, no matter how uncomfortable. Fakia says the actiony stuff is so crucial. Ooh, Dina says I've been meditating for an hour every day this week. Total energy shift. Dina, that's awesome. Can you share some of your insights with us? Because, when you meditate for a long period of time, you're in that space for, obviously you're in that space longer, you're more connected, but you have more opportunity. Like if you're just spending 15 minutes, while it's great, obviously the longer you're there, the more information you can get, the more clarity you can get, the more healing you can get, and all that times infinity. So I would love to hear what you got from it, Dina, from meditating for an hour every day this week. Excuse me. Okay, so I see a super chat come through. Shantae, you stay. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, hi, Roxy. I've been sick for the last year. I started saying that I'm healthy now. I started to see results already. People around me are noticing too. But when they question me, I feel embarrassed. Okay. First off, you get a big one because that's amazing. And obviously, we are really happy to hear of your health because you get to be here longer. And not just longer, but better quality while you're here. So that's amazing. Congrats to you. Okay. When people around you don't understand what you're doing, it can be weird, right? I know, I 100% know what it's like for people to think I'm crazy. Like I get it. People think I'm crazy all the time. They think I'm weird. That's kind of always been my story. So it makes sense that I stumbled into this career. But first off, they're thinking what you say they're thinking, right? So if you're embarrassed to talk about it, then the universe is going to, pull that shame out of you, or, you know what I mean? Or pull shame to you to reflect it. So one, I would just start to say, like, you know what's embarrassing about healing your fucking body with your mind? That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. There's people on this chat right now who would give anything to be in a healthy body, or, whatever they consider to be a healthy body. And I don't think that's I don't think they'd be embarrassed at all. So to think that it's embarrassing that you figured out how to heal something with your mind is just, no, I don't think so. Like, this is extremely powerful. This is amazing information. Everybody should know this. And there's nothing to feel embarrassed about. In fact, like, this is empowering and incredible, and is like the answer to life, right? Like the answer to sick. I mean, what more could you want than to be able to heal your body with your mind, and then also do whatever the fuck else you want? So let's start looking at it in a different light, and looking at it as the amazing, incredible power and gift that it is, looking at you, the wielder of that incredible gift and power, as the powerful wielder that you are. And instead of worrying what people are going to think, intend, and maybe tell yourself, maybe say it a few times and kind of write the story, maybe script about it, or journal or affirm that people understand you, they're on board, they appreciate what you're doing, they're inspired by it, they're thankful that you've shown them a different way. It's opened their eyes, it's changing their life, it's helping other people. Like, think of all of the good that would come about from people understanding that they could heal with their mind, right? So I'm just saying a bunch of things for you to reconsider how you're looking at the situation. And then when people ask you about it, you could be coy and be like, Psh, you have no idea the power of a positive mind. Or I've been listening to Joe Dispenza, like throw out Joe Dispenza. You know, I always use him because he's an MD. He's a real doctor, and he did it himself. So, and he's doing it with people all over the world right now as we speak. So, send them Joe Dispenza's way. Be like, listen, I was dealing with all this health stuff. I felt like I didn't, as much as I could, traditional wise, medical, Western medical wise or whatever you want to say. And then I decided to just like look into other options because I was miserable or I wasn't feeling good. And what started out as something that was just trying to ease my thoughts and help me cope with what I was dealing with ended up actually helping me heal my body. I'm not exactly sure. I'm looking more into it. You can sell the story a little bit more, to a green person, right? Or like a noob or whatever. But yeah, like imagine they're manifesting noobs and you don't want to scare them off. So it's like a little cluster of deer in the forest. So you just want to be like gentle with it, the way that you deliver the information so that, you can make the right splash, I guess. I don't know. These are just ideas. So looking at yourself differently, looking at what you've done differently, expecting people to respond in a different way with like eager, curiosity and wanting to understand it and being like really drawn to it and motivated by it again, or whatever you choose. And then when it does happen, having something to say that doesn't feel weird, that still keeps you in control. Literally what I'm saying is just manifesting and talking about your 3D reality into people in general. Like if you take out what we're talking about, this is the same information for anything, right? So say something like I said, stay neutral in the 3D that doesn't like rock the boat too much and doesn't throw you off your game and doesn't make you feel weird or insecure about what you just did, which is heal your fucking body. Hello. Hello. Like it's a crazy, good, amazing thing. So it should be celebrated, not hidden away and embarrassed. Be embarrassed by, and what the fuck? How do I not something to be embarrassed of? There it is. Okay. Okay, Dina. So when I first start meditating, all the crazy thoughts come to the surface. Then after a while, I start to get clarity and so much inspiration. That's awesome. That I didn't have access to prior to that meditation. Fuck yeah. Been listening to chakra clearing meditations, and that puts me in an altered state for real. I feel like it clears out the negative energy that I've been holding on to, so each day it gets better and better. Yay, Dina. Okay, what did Hera say? Because Hera said, that happened to me too, Dina. Floodgates at first. Like my inner child was like, oh, you're listening now? I have so much to say. And Dina says, yes, exactly. At first, it's like, OMFG, this is a shit show. But then it comes down the longer you stick with it. Yeah. And it's almost like that every time. Like, your thoughts are always kind of running wild until you wrangle them, But meditation, like if you're doing daily wrangling, they're not as like running wild not running wild as often as they might be, or as much. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry, I went to a concert last week and my voice has yet to recover because it was Coheed, and you better believe I was screaming every word at the top of my lungs the whole fucking show. And dancing and just having the best time of my life. My husband met a TikToker he likes. It was a fun day. Okay. What am I? Oh yeah, I was like looking for a different drink. I forgot that it wasn't in a can. And I'm like, where did my drink go? Okay. Ashley says, hi, Roxy. I recently saw a YouTube video where a girl said that manifestation is fake and just keeps your hopes up. All right. First off, okay, let's see. For example, manifesting an Xbox, she said, was useless. Okay. Here's what I want to say. And like, not to put down any other creator, because I understand what it takes to put out content and shit like that. But like, why the fuck are you listening to that? And also what I want to say is, can we as a community, can we please give Ashley a fuck ton of proof and experiences with manifestation and show her from all over the world. We have people in every fucking time zone right now, probably on every single continent, maybe Antarctica. We might, who knows? And all over the world, all walks of life, all kinds of people. Brendan says, fuck that video. I would like, please, everybody come in here and just throw a manifestation down. Something that you deliberately chose to work on that came about. The bandit says, hard fuck that video. Mama For Wilson says, of course, she said that when you get in your own way, it will not work. For sure. And this is the other thing with like, come watch some of my videos, because I started out as an atheist before I understood or like was shown the law of attraction, right? And that was like over 10 years ago, and I've dedicated my entire life to it, right? So that's where I'm at right now. I also really like to look at the science of things, because I need to know that this shit is really happening before I'm going to sit up here and fucking talk about it for fucking over 2 years straight. Like, I'm not the kind of person that's just, I would run out of shit to say. Like, the amount of hours that I have live streamed about manifestation is just like, it's kind of inconceivable when I think about it. But we have, like, I've been coaching people. I've been manifesting in my own self. I could just talk about, I just manifested a person that I admire to to notice me. Me and my husband are laughing about something. To notice me this weekend, and that was for sure a manifestation. I'm not going to say much more about it, but like, my advice to you is to look for different information to find proof for yourself. One of the things that it says, even in The Secret, which is like Manifesting 101 book, is it says to look back on your life in situations where like you said something was going to happen, or you knew it was going to happen, or you had this feeling, or something that you said or thought happened and it played out just like you wanted it to, or just like you thought it would. And it was one of those things like, there's no way that could have happened. You know, you and some person who were traveling and should have never even been in the same state, crossing paths in the same moment, like things like that there's no way to explain. Think back on your life, because there's definitely been times when you've probably had that happen. And, you're like, okay, I'll just ignore her. Okay, good. Thank you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for the fucking community for coming through. This is amazing. Yeah, it's real. Something is happening. And what I can say at this point is that the constant stream of consciousness that you have playing out in your mind, this language that's going on, whether you're speaking it aloud or you're just keeping it in here, somehow that perpetual stream of thoughts is getting transmuted into your physical reality. I don't know how or why. I don't completely understand it, but if you look into quantum physics, many worlds theory, string theory, what the fuck is that? Double slit experiment. These theories that many people like have tested and understand, if you link them together, they explain how we're doing this all with our mind. Not exactly how, but that we are doing it with our mind. Like, it explains that we are doing this with our mind, okay? There's a video on I keep meaning to put this on my website. I will eventually. There's a video on the PBS Space-Time channel called Our Past and Future Real, I think is what it's called. And he talks about how past and future are the exact same thing. There is only the now moment, and everybody's now moment is like a different place, and could be a different version of, like, my now moment could be part of your past moment. Like, it's all fucking weird, okay? This is science. So putting all this together, testing it, using it, staying focused on it, I created a method, step by step, thought by thought, day by day, thought by thought, control of my thinking, because I realize it's my thoughts doing all this shit. So if I can control my thoughts one after another, after another, after another, after another, in every 24-hour period, I'm in control of my entire fucking world. That's called 360 method, roxytalks.com. So again, like, you don't have to believe me. Do your own research, find out for yourself, but just don't be limited by somebody who says it's not possible for you. Like, if someone's telling me it's not possible, I'm like, you obviously don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know, like, because I have to believe that pretty much everything is possible. Like, I can think of a few limitations, but those are my limitations. So I don't even want to say them out loud, because why would I? I don't want to share that with you. I don't want to put those on you. And if I do put my own limitations on you, I apologize. And that's again why I say, don't just listen to me. Go out and do your own research and figure it out and test it for yourself. But this is 100% really fucking happening. I don't know how or why, but if you subscribe to it and you let that be your truth, oh my God, does fucking life work out for you in crazy ways. So you have a bunch of people in the community telling you their experiences with it. And again, go out and test it for yourself. And yeah, and Derica says, plus who wants to be negative all the time? Our minds are unlimited. That's the thing too. It's like, if at the very least, all this did was make the environment in your mind more positive, would that not be fucking worth it just in itself? Would it not? Would it fucking not be worth it just for doing all that, just to make it a better place to fucking be? I just don't see how there's just no, get me fired up. I don't see how could you not? Once you understand this, like, how could you not do everything in your power every single day to make sure that you're doing it to the best of your abilities, or to the way that honors you in the best way? I'm not saying be perfect. I'm saying be true to yourself, be honest, be open, be caring, be free, be ready, be thankful, be in love with yourself and life and everything that's coming your way, so that you can make the most of it and get the most out of it. I think that's what the point of being here is. Oh, Shantae says, I double my income and like my own schedule through manifestation. Shantae also just said 10 minutes ago that she's been healing an illness. So, and I've healed an illness with manifestation too. I've got so many episodes, and okay, I'm gonna shut up now. You guys know. Ashley's already, she said I'm fine 10 minutes ago. Christina, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I saw the cubic zirconia version of my dream wedding ring set. I had to buy it and lit up wearing it. Now that I have it, I feel like I can't wear it because I'm single. Tips on how to enjoy it anyways. Okay. The thing I'm here, like, why you're like, I'm going good. I'm doing the thing. I'm setting myself up, treating myself, got the right mindset, completely limit myself. Now what do I do? It's like, what, you can't wear it because you're single. First off, when did a fucking ring ever stop anybody? I don't know. I'm just making things up. And also, like, wear it on your other hand when you go out or something. You know what I mean? I just like, the fact that you think that it's a problem is the problem. I'm going to put this beautiful ring on my finger and it's going to attract the right person. I don't know. Say that it's your husband or your partner attractor. You know? Saying it's that it's your partner pusher awayer is only going to keep people away. And I can guarantee you it's not the ring, because you've been pushing them away this whole time. That's why you don't have anybody. And I mean that with love. So let the ring, instead of being just another reason why you can't have what you want, because that's what I hear. It's just like, I did all these things and then now I'm going to sabotage. So it just like kind of tells me a little bit about you, right? Like about your patterns, like not about you. I'm not judging you. I'm saying about your patterns, what you were kind of shown to do with your thinking. So, which is fine. We look at these things so that we look at these things so that we can change the way we're going about it, the way that we're thinking about it, and then ultimately manifest a different outcome. Because remember, like I said a few minutes ago, it's all about this stream of consciousness that you're doing. So if you're wearing and you're like, okay, I love my ring. Yay, it's going to attract the right person, but I can't wear it because I'm saying, and then you go down this road of like closing yourself off completely and not, have you seen my beautiful ring? Oh, darling, I feel so like, just love. I'm radiating. Blah, blah, blah. Like, it's a different energy than like, I gotta take it off now. I'm gonna have a boyfriend. I need somebody that. Sorry, I keep assuming. I don't mean to assume this is a man, but you know, my point is like, what do you mean? How can you enjoy it? Put that motherfucker on your finger and look at it. How do you enjoy it? Every day of your damn life till you get the upgraded version. Because it's your choice. You're doing all of it. It's all your conception. It's all your version of reality. So say whatever you want and enjoy the hell out of that ring, because you deserve it. And it's going to be so, when you get that real one, oh my God, it's going to, not that it's not real, but when you get the upgraded version, it's going to feel so good. And you're manifesting that too. And just really like opening up the way you're talking about yourself and how you're thinking about your situation, so that you're not it's almost like you open the box and then you close the lid right away. Ooh, I like what's inside of this, but I can't have it. No one can let me enjoy it. So no, not anymore. The way that you think the world works is true for you, only you. And that's for everybody here. Wild Rose says Mondays with my birthday twin. Okay, we're November 8th. Somebody else was a November 8th. Leanne was just telling me a story of a November 8th person too. Mimi Belta, you're just right on time. You made it perfectly in time. NJ, thank you so much for the super chat, says, hi, Roxy. I'm in a relationship I want to exit. At the same time, I'm manifesting an SP, a person I know, not in contact. Should you manifest step by step? Would you be better at manifesting step by step? Okay, so so step by step. So okay. This is what I would say. My advice step by step would be to first make an energetic exit, meaning exit the relationship, cut it off, close it off, tie it up with a nice little bow, send it on its way, end it, close the door to it, turn the light off, however, turn the light off and close the door in the room. However you can visualize or conceptualize cutting the ties in this relationship and it being totally okay for everybody, the most peaceful transition. We're not even going to call it an ending or anything like that. It's just a transition for both of you. It's the best thing for everybody. You're both so glad that it's happening and we're supportive of each other through the whole way through it. So there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to fear. And doing like a meditation where you are either telling this person that it's over and they're reacting really well, or severing the tie between you two, or like I said, being in the room of the relationship and then turning off the light and closing the door behind you and feeling great about moving on to like the next door or something. Just something that shows you and tells you, I'm moving on from this to this next thing. It's okay. It's the best thing for me and everybody involved. And I'm so excited for what's next. Making it a good thing, right? And then I would do that first things first, because if you have like these lingering energies between these two people or these situations, it's just going to muck both things up. So cut the cord right now energetically. You don't have to say anything to your person. Just do it in your mind or in a meditation. Do it energetically so that you can say, all right, it's done and I'm okay moving forward. You can let the universe handle the rest. The falling apart will fall together on its own. Then, as you're conceptualizing your person, be sure to watch my no contact video just so you can kind of be clear about what you're saying when you're in no contact. And it's like an energetic no man's land, and it's just not like it. There's no reason to describe your relationship that way. So it's like learning how to describe your relationship a better way and then sticking to that story, being married to it. And then, manifesting the person. So the best thing in my advice for manifesting a specific person, manifesting any person, is to just be as happy, fulfilled, enjoying life, loving what you're doing, being social, being free-spirited, being open, communicating with the people around you, doing your shit that brings me joy, meditating every day, getting outside if you can, being active, doing the things that you love to do, reminding yourself why you are here as a person that has nothing to do with anybody else, getting back to that core sense of you, loving who you are. That is the space that you want to manifest a relationship from, because that is the opposite of lack. And if you manifest a relationship from lack, you're not gonna like the outcome. And like the relationship will dissolve in whatever way that you dissolve relationships, So the real answer, if you think about what I just said and kind of clear away all the debris and like the in between moments, what I'm really saying is cut emotional ties with things that you feel attached to, with things that don't serve you, and learn how to be fulfilled here. And that's the answer for everything, and all the other things will flow to you. as you're doing that. But I would suggest my 360 method video for you so you can, that's my process. That's what I use every day. That's what I teach my clients. Official program's coming soon. But I have videos here on YouTube, and then there's more info at my website, or you can do one-on-one coaching with me. And of course, I'll help you with it specifically. But just really getting a hold of what your thoughts are about the situation you're in and the one you're going to, and the people in those situations as well. And like, this is definitely possible. It's going to work out for you, especially if that's the stance that you choose. And just stick to that no matter what happens. It may be rocky. It may be rough. Like I've been telling my clients, if you think about like when you're in an airplane and you're going up and you go through the clouds, and there's that period where it's really rocky and really turbulent and really uncomfortable, and it can be scary, and you can do like drops and it might feel like you're going to fucking die. Like it can be really scary sometimes to be in that turbulence. But if the plane keeps pushing through, eventually you get out of that and you're above the clouds and you can just kind of coast up there. But if you stay in those clouds, sometimes the pilots will stay in the clouds and it's not fun. So if you don't like the way it feels, don't stay in the clouds and then in the turbulence, persist and push through till you're in the smooth section. Like you're keeping to the story and you're just making that, you're hitting that goal and hitting that goal and hitting that goal and hitting that goal. And you're not giving up just because you're in the clouds. You're going to keep pushing forward, right? So I just heard in my head, la, da, da, dee, da, 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 da. I don't know where that came from. Who's thinking that? Want to Be My Lover song. Where did that come from? That's what I wanted to end my sentence with. I was like, let's have this instead of a period. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to drop my straw into a metal. Okay, where we go. Oh, Jay Ariana says, just signed up for my 30 days of alignment. Yes. 30 days of alignment changed my life. I'm still in it. I mean, it's been more than 30 days, but we're still going for it. I'm like that plane, just smashing through the clouds. Okay. Hazel. Yes. Where did that come from? Oh my God, Tiffy, I love it. She goes, I manifested my daughter's father to break up with me. Totally possible. Exactly the way Roxy's explaining. We transitioned the relationship into something more productive, co-parenting. It is possible. If you're scared of the breakup, that's what's going to make the breakup hard, And obviously, who doesn't dread a breakup? Of course. But if you can get to a place of just convincing yourself that it's the best thing possible and that it's okay and that it's going to make everything better, then that's just what it has to do. Tal, thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Okay, so I'm looking for questions. So in the moment, I'll just remind everybody, if you, hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Give it a like if you don't mind. If you know anybody that could use the information, might as well give it a share. And if you're interested in one-on-one coaching so I can help you with your specific situation, that is available at roxytalks.com. I've also got amazing courses and workshops that you can get started on right away if you don't want to wait till March to get on my calendar, because I don't have anything left in February right now. Well, no, I definitely don't have anything left in February, but Jinx, hello. Elizabeth says, do you have any affirmations you can give me that deals with best friend communication? Yeah. So, okay. How about so actually, Elizabeth, why don't you tell me right now, what are the affirmations you're using right now to describe your best friend? So what that means is, tell me the problem with your best friend. Those are the affirmations you're using to describe your relationship, and that's why it's like that. But let me know what they are specifically so we can talk about specific affirmations that you can use. Crystal, best way to manifest business success. Okay. I mean, the best way to manifest business success. To be fucking completely sold on yourself, love yourself, push yourself through, treat yourself kind, bet on yourself. I mean, really, like, the best way to manifest a business is to say that you have one and do the work of what a business person does to keep their business afloat. Because I'll tell you one thing, I manifested a business, and I also manifested all the work it takes to run a fucking business. Until I was, able to hire a team, and I still have to do a lot of work. So it's like, to manifest a business, you need to do the work of the business and then think really fucking highly of yourself and your ability to serve and choose to serve and learn more and grow more and pay attention to how you treat yourself and get a therapist and meditate every day and get friends who do it, like, set yourself up in the best way to be successful at it. Hazel says that line, describe your best friend. Those are your affirmations. Yep. That's why you're really, it's, you have the relationship you say you have. Amanda says, my mom was talking about prayer today, and she said something about people praying from desperation instead of gratitude. She doesn't even know about manifesting and totally understands living from the end. That's awesome. Prayer and manifesting are the same thing. I mean, it's all the same thing. It's just different names for it, right? Space Goat says, be my lover is now stuck in my head. Mine too. Who brought it here? Somebody brought it. Haven't heard that song in so fucking long. Somebody in the chat. Or maybe somebody walking by. God. Being sensitive energies is real cool. Okay. Oh yeah, Dina says, have you tried cord cutting meditations? Okay, Dina, I'm so glad those are working for you. I made a cord cutting meditation. I'm just waiting for Mally. Mally and I are in the process of editing it, but there is a cord cutting, chakra clearing meditation coming that I recorded. Elizabeth says, she texts me every day. She never gets tired of how much I talk. She always looking to plan our next hangout. She includes me in most of her plans. I am one of her go-to people. See, you don't even need me. I love it. I love it. Ricky, hello. Sheena, hello. Casey, how do you manifest your dad to be alive again? I don't know the answer to that. I really don't. It's definitely something I ponder and think about and wonder, and I'm not going to lie that I've definitely tried myself. But I don't have an answer for you, but I will say that you have a community here of people who are really supportive and caring, and if you want to talk and reach out to anybody, this is a great place to do it. Okay, hold on. Elizabeth says, I honestly say these all the time, but it's not the relationship I have with them. I don't affirm anything I don't want with them and haven't in a while. No offense, I don't believe you. Like, I mean that with love. I feel like it can't be true because on some level, you know that your relationship is not what you are affirming, right? So you're not fully affirming, are you? Because you're not affirming that truth away. You're affirming and then you're letting your truth remain and using it as an excuse as to why your affirmations aren't working. Or maybe I'm saying that now. But I don't think you know what I mean, again with love, I don't think that you are, man. It's like you're blindly affirming, but they're not, you don't believe it and you're not trying to convince yourself of it. You're not changing your thoughts that are contrary to that, right? That are telling you that that's not true. Casey, I'm so sorry. I'm here for you. It's been there's been so much loss lately. It's just been like so many, and I understand like it's so heavy. And I can just offer my love and support and tell you like I don't know, it's the fucking shitty part of life, but we're here for you, and he's with you. There is a relationship for you, and you will be able to connect with him and communicate with him. Julie, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I met a guy on holiday. He started pursuing me. We texted for 2 weeks, constant. Then he texted me one day. He's back with his ex. How do I get him back? Julie, let me ask you. Do you have an issue with non-starting relationships? Like a non-starter, meaning we date for 2 weeks and then it falls apart. I'm just curious if this pattern is something that you have experienced in the past. If you don't mind leaving that in the chat, that'd be great. Please, thank you. Dina says, I'm going to start using I remember when. That feels good to me right now. Okay, Dina, totally. So I remember when. So Kyle has an exercise. It's called Kylego. Him and his friend Diego made it up. And they called it Kylego. And he, like, that's they did. He was like, I think he was like on his way to an audition and like in the car with him. And then he was like, Diego, remember when I went to my audition and I nailed it and it was so awesome and we had this great time? And his friend was like, yeah, I remember that. And like this, and this happened. And they like did that like the whole way to his audition. And he ended up, I think he had, I don't remember the outcome of it, but that's like one of the exercises that he does is like that Kylego. So Kyle uses it. Me and my husband will do it sometimes too. And just like, remember when that thing went like this and blah, 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 blah. And we're like, first he'll be like, huh? Oh yeah, totally. Okay, I'm waiting on. What am I waiting on? I'm waiting on something from Julie. Yeah, I want to hear back from Julie. I want to know if this is something that you experience regularly or if you have in the past, where things seem to fall apart before they even get started. Okay. While we wait for Julie, because like I want to, it'll help me if I know a little bit more about your patterns. Leanne says, remember when I used to be attached to my desires and now I'm just super chill? I remember. But I remember now more. I remember mostly about how chill you are. That's what I remember. Okay, maybe she stepped away. Okay, so I'm going to give Julie a less specific answer, but that's okay. So Julie, the reason I asked why, if this is something that's happened to you before, is because that's the first thing that stands out to me is like, probably this is not the first time this has happened to you. Whether it's a false start thing or being chosen for somebody else, or like things ending before they're just starting. Someone else is a better option. What if they go with someone else? Like not being picked by someone. Both of those things to me are the red flags here. And you're worried about getting him back. You're just going to manifest him away again because the whatever it is that caused the dropping you for someone else is not gonna go away. That's you. So if you don't figure out where and when you set yourself up for these types of situations, you will continue making them. And so this is why this always comes back to the self-concept idea, but this is why self-concept is important, is because if yourself thinks that there is somebody else out there better than you, then there is, right? Your self-concept needs to tell you that yourself is the number one choice, at least for this person, or at least for the people that you decide are number one choices for you. If you think that you're not going to be picked, or you worry about it, or you let that thought play out in your mind a lot, it's going to show up in your life. So getting him back is irrelevant. This is why I always say your SP is irrelevant. They're doing what you do. When I move, you move, you know? Fucking ludicrous. What? Ludacris, I feel like, is one of the most underrated rappers of that era. The motherfucker added fucking so much fire and pizzazz to every fucking track he was on. Every verse that he did was so much more like exciting than anybody else on the track. I'm just gonna say that. All right. Anyways. But they're doing what you do, okay? So like they're playing off of the rules and the the energy you're operating off of, what you have set in motion. So you have got to be on your game mentally. This isn't necessarily about only believing yourself or having like rock solid confidence, but rock solid confidence, it's words. It's just not caving, right? I was watching a movie. I don't remember what it was, but somebody was like, confidence is just, was it a Euphoria? I don't know what the fuck it was. It was something I watched this weekend. The thing about confidence is that, oh yeah, it was Euphoria. The thing about confidence is that no one knows if it's real or bullshit, right? Maddie said that. Okay. So, um, like the words that you say, the way you talk yourself through things, that's what that's what confidence is like catching yourself worrying that somebody else might be better for you, or wondering where they're going to go, or if they're going to stay, or anything like that, or even validating that they said this and wondering what's wrong with you and how you get it back, and not being on top of it like, psh, yeah, right, nice try. That'll be fun for another week or two. Let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you're done, because I'm over here living my life, enjoying myself, or something, right? So Space Ghost says, I have one when I manifest, it comes just like that. Nice. Yes, let's use our music. Let's use anything that we have to convince ourselves that things work for us, instead of just blindly believing that they don't because we have, you know? So, Julie, I hope you get logged back on and can listen to this. But maybe we'll be here still when you get back. Bill Hancock, welcome. Thank you. Dina, I like what Dina says. Dina says, I like Roxy's mindset about it. Really? Okay, go enjoy your downgrade. I mean, really though. It's the truth, is it not? Like some people are so convinced that just because their SP is in a relationship or not with them, that they're happy. Why would you convince yourself of that when you're in control of what you think? Convince yourself that they can't fucking sleep at night because all they can do is think about you. They can't do anything except make room in their life for you, because damn it, that's the only thing they want to do. It's a musical day. I have 2 studio days this week. I can't wait. Oh my God, I can't wait to do more music. I feel musical today. It's running through my veins. The poetry is coming out. Tiffany! Okay, P Bizzle. I'll get to you in just a moment. Thank you. Tiffany says, Ludacris is going to be my town in 2 weeks, my city. I'm manifesting a front row because they're sold out, which means nothing to me. You referencing him means I'm totally going. It's done. I'm in Barbados. Tiffany! Oh my God, Tiffany. I'm so excited for you. When is it? In 2 weeks? Okay. In 3 weeks? Guess what we're talking about? If anybody's in that front row, it's Tiffany. And I know when I come to your city, Tiffany, I know you're going to be in the front row. How could you not be? Who else is going to be in the front row if it's not Tiffany? She's the front row person. If it's not her, there's going to be an empty spot. Okay. P. Bizzle, thank you so much for the super chat, says, is it possible to focus on what you want too much? I think about receiving texts and invitations from him daily. Thank you. Daily. I like how you typed that. But they don't come. And that's why. Am I holding on too tightly to the outcome? Is that a thing? Thank you. Okay. First of all, thank you for adding some flair into my life, just like Ludacris. You know what's funny is like you typed this like a Ludacris verse. It's like got emojis, it's got this in it. Okay. He's got all caps. All right. Is it possible to focus on what you want too much? Okay. It's the way, and there's Faith Hill now. Oh my God, what is going on? I need to do music. It's like spilling out of me. It's the way you do it, right? It's the way you think about receiving text. It's the way you think about what's going on in your phone. Are you manifesting from lack? Are you manifesting from gratitude? Or are you affirming from lack? Are you affirming from gratitude? You think about receiving an invitation text from him daily, but they don't come. And that's the problem right there. They don't come, you agree. They don't come, you notice. They don't come, you say you did something wrong. And that's the problem. Because if they don't come, what? Huh? I didn't hear you. Fucking, what are you talking about? I thought you said you get texts all day long. So why are you over here saying they don't come? And that's the problem. You're contradicting yourself. Those texts are not coming through. They need a solid fucking signal. Just like, that's such a good fucking analogy. You know, when your service is shoddy, your texts don't go through. Your service is shoddy. You not SHAWTY, SHODDY. Okay, it's shoddy service, and you need to plug in your Ethernet cable and offer a solid ass steady signal to what you want instead of going back and forth because your internet's doing this or your service is doing this, and you wonder why your text messages aren't coming through. The Tiffany section. Oh my God. Oh, I love it. That sounds so bougie. The Tiffany section. Yep, Jinx. That was the song. That's so funny. Tiffany's hot seat. Oh my God. I like the Tiffany section. Okay. Elena Court is going to open mic night. That is so awesome. Proud of you. Yay. Okay, she says, I'm going to open mic night tonight. Been feeling that music flow too. A lot of my music career affirmations are constantly getting pushed out. Roxy, you'll be proud. I've been working on my music. Oh, actually, okay. Yay. Awesome for you. Also, Elena's one-on-one coaching video with me is coming out this week. So Elena won a one-on-one coaching session with me last month, and we recorded it, and it's coming out Wednesday. And you'll get to hear Elena talking about her career and, what she's doing. And thanks for giving us an update. So we filmed that like at the end of last month, I think, or something like the beginning of this month. And Elena's she's going to open mic night. Your affirmations are flowing and getting pushed out, and you're working on your music. So proud of you. That's so awesome. The music doesn't work if you don't, That's why I have all these fucking just song lyrics in my head, right? Like all these songs are playing in my head because I have been working on music in the last couple weeks because of other things, but that's okay. Okay. Oh, I'm so hungry. What time is it? Okay. All right. Ooh, Tommy's about to go get some fresh headshots. Nice. That always feels good. Tiffany says she's obsessed with the front row. Tiffany, you are the front row. Tiffany is the front row. Oh my, I just saw a fucking nameplate necklace in like gold with like old English letters that says front row. That's so cute. Oh, Anne says, oh my, Roxy, that answered what's up with me and my SP. Thank you. Okay, good. Yay. And I love that. I love it when people listen to other people's answers and understand that it works for them too. Thank you, Anne. You're doing so amazing. Wild Rose says, I love that you talk about how amazing Ludacris was because, girl, he was everything. Well, we were like, my husband and I went to a concert in the desert this last week. So we were on a driving for a while and we were just listening. The radio station was just playing like the craziest random mixture of like 80s, 90s, and 2000s R&B and rap. It was just so like, it would be like Luther Vandross and then like Ludacris or Outkast or something. But just like listening back, like, I mean, Luda, he was on a lot of songs, you know, but the way that he rapped and like the added flair and the inflections and like his verses were always so interesting and so many different like little pieces. And I just was like, damn, I feel like he was really underrated at that time. No one ever talks about how talented he is, I don't think. Anywho, okay. But that's just, I don't normally talk about him. It's just something I realized this last week. Shayla, thank you. I appreciate it. Dina says, we don't settle for anything less but the front row, right? We are the front row. NJ says, do we get recordings of the one-on-one session with Roxy? Yes. So when you do a one-on-one session with me, I record it and then I send it to you so that you're able to listen to it back and reference it. So most people, when I, get on sessions with them again, most people say that they listen back to it and that it helps them a lot. Because a lot of times when you're in coaching, like, you're kind of having a conversation, you're listening, but you're also thinking and you're relating things together. And sometimes you can miss things or, things may not be as profound, or sometimes hearing them a few times makes more sense. But yes, the recording is definitely part of the one-on-one session. So if you're interested, roxytalks.com. Anne says, I still like your concept of everyone as a blob of energy. I mean, it also refers about everyone as you pushed out, right? Exactly. That's exactly what that is about. The blob of energy thing is like it. So, okay. Everything is energy, right? We're energy. There's scientific, I don't know. You know what? Let's fucking Google this right now. Let's just fact checking. Let's see. What is it? Physical matter, 99.9% empty space. What's that? Is this real? Is this real? Quora. Now Forbes is saying no. Business Insider. Can I get someone that's like not business? Like, where's the science? Okay. I'm going to say this on the first page of Google, it's about a 50-50. Does anybody know about this for sure? If this is true? Because what I've heard is like the 99% of physical matter is empty space. So I've also heard the amount of physical matter that every single person on the planet takes up, all of us combined would fit into one sugar cube. I don't know. So if that's true, we do know that everything is energy, and we do know that we are in a solid state, right? A state, meaning that we're not always solid in whatever solid is, because even solid, when you look at it, is vibration, really, really fast vibration, like bumping up against each other. Renee, I see you said you think you did your super chat wrong. Retype it and I'll grab it here. So I don't even remember what we're talking about now. Oh yeah, the blob thing. So everything already is energy. And it's already an illusion, right? Because it's not really physical matter. It's not really solid matter, I should say. It's not really solid matter. At least we know that. It may not even be, it might be this empty space. It's almost like everything is actually concept. And that's the thing that's so like a mind fucky about Earth, is that like everything is concept. Like these things, this is a concept. It's not really real in the way that I think it is. the electrons in my phone are vibrating so fast that they're bouncing off of the electrons in my thumb, and it's making friction and causing these things to push off of each other, which feels to me like physical touch, but it's an illusion. So it's doing what you say. It's controlled by your perception. So keep that, if you can keep that awareness in your forefront that this is an illusion and it's all playing out by according to what you say, you can stay in control of things. And even when shit starts to get rocky in your life, you can push through with your self-care, your meditation, your shit that brings me joy, connecting the people that you love, staying true to yourself and the things that bring you, happiness and fulfillment. And just being grateful for, the things that you do have and the time that you have had with the people that may be gone or whatever it is. Pushing through those hard things as possible, but it takes that discipline. It takes awareness and discipline. I always say that. Cornerstones of the 360 method. Okay. So I think I'm waiting on a super chat. I'm waiting on Renee's super chat. Did it come? Let me see, Renee. Okay, Renee, yeah. So I see okay, yeah. Renee, I see the super chat and no question. Okay, yeah, let me know what your question is and I'll get to it. Oswald says, what if my self-concept is high? I'm healthy, insane, kind, and empathic, loving, but I'm healthy and sane, kind and empathic, loving, but I'm confused. My SP doesn't see the value. I know my friends, family, community knows I am too and am the diamond. It's because you just said your SP doesn't see your value. I just spent 5 minutes talking about how it's going to do what you say it does. So when you say it doesn't see your value, bitch, where? Value where? I don't fucking see it. I can't see it till you say that I can fucking see it, and then I can see it. But I can't see it until you say it, and nobody can. Dead says, "Hey Roxy, so I managed to manifest large sums of money within a few weeks. I manifested more than 80K in cash. I'm in shock, to be honest. Manifestation really works. All I did was visualize and affirm." To 80K. That feels good. 80K. Ooh, I like that. 80K sounds good. Let's have some 80K. Sprinkle some 80K on everybody here. Okay, Renee says, me and my SP are in a relationship, but today he told me he's moving in with the third party in 2 weeks for the kids. What should I affirm to stop this from happening? Okay. Okay. All right. Renee, I'm going to give you a disclaimer. My volume might get loud. It might sound like I'm yelling at you. It's just my energy overflowing because I can just tell this one's going to be a big one. But what I have to say to you is, like, what I really want to say, the very first thing I want to say is, and what if it does happen? And then what? Because if there's some big bad, then guess who's going to fucking come get you? The big bad. So part of this stuff is like learning to be okay with what you're not okay with. And that was actually one of our homework assignments a couple weeks ago, is like finding out what you're not okay with and then finding a way to tell yourself you're okay with it and being okay with it. Because what you're not okay with will continue. So my question to you, Renee, is, and what if it does happen? Then what? Because you got a lot of stuff going on. You got how do I say this? You got a breakup, you have a third party, you have kids, you have a time crunch. Not saying it's not possible. It just tells me where your mind is at. Right? Like, it tells me where your mind has been to get you here. So in order for you to get out of that, we need a whole lot of fucking I'm not worried about shit going on, because your story is really fucked up and that's not okay for you. It's not good enough. You deserve better. I'm not saying that you deserve better from your person. I mean, you deserve to say better things about your life and your situation in your mind. You deserve that. So, Renee, if you're here, please type in the chat. I mean, this is not a rhetorical question. I want to know what happens if it doesn't, what happens if you don't stop it from happening? You only have 2 weeks and I'm not saying you can't. I just want to know what's going to happen, because your momentum is saying else, right? Your momentum is saying otherwise right now. So like in order for it, this is what I just saw in my mind was you, I don't even know who you are, but I just saw a person in a lotus position, like zened the fuck out and just chill, like life, and just the zen. That's the best word I can just like lotus pose. This thing, what is this, a mudra or something? I might have said that wrong. That word just came out of my mouth. Is that the right word? Okay. And is that the right word? Somebody tell me if that's the right word or not. And just I said this one thing in affirmations before, unfuckwithable. That's the person who stops it from happening in 2 weeks. This isn't just about affirming. We're far beyond the point of affirming, because you have a third party, a breakup, kids, and 2 weeks left. You're kind of like, it's like what you've been doing, done. And like, that's why I'm saying it's fucking on a mountaintop, zenned out 24 hours a day. That's your best bet. And in theory, right? To make this work for yourself, because mudra. Okay, good. Thank you. Because otherwise you're going to be, it sounds like you're probably doing a whole lot of worrying, doubting, fearing, being insecure. No shade against you. It's just like, again, like I can see where your head's been by what you're into, or how deep you're in, right? And so it sounds like a whole lot of not being chosen first, not being good enough, not being the first choice, not being enough in general. So Renee, I haven't heard anything specific from you, but that's my general answer for you, is just like the best thing you can be, the best thing you can do to make this work out for you is just to be okay with everything that is right now and just be totally chilling, knowing that life is working out for you in the best possible ways. Like, because like, this is what I just heard in my head. What if he moves in and 2 days later he's like, I can't fucking take this, I need to get out. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying, what if that happens? Like, so remember when I asked you what would happen if you don't stop it? What if you didn't stop it? He moved in and 2 days later he was like, oh my God, I can't take it, I need to be with you. Like, would that still be okay? Would that still, accomplish the goal? It would, wouldn't it? So again, opening up, being super open, everything's chill, everything's fine, everything's working out for me. And I always like to say, when there's kids involved, I suggest to people, so they don't feel guilty, everything's working out best case scenario for me and the kids, number one, but we share the number one spot. For me and the kids first, SP and third party. Everything works out for everybody in the best possible ways, but me and the kids mostly. And then everybody else too, but mostly me and the kids, right? So, like, that's what you should be affirming. What should I affirm to stop this from happening? Everything is working out best case scenario for me and for those kids. And I'm so, happy. Like, that's it. Oh, here you are. Oh, okay. Got you. Okay, so I guess, so maybe not a breakup, but it's still a breaking of the union, right? So you get my point. You want you guys to live together. Then if you want you to live together, then you need to make living with you, and I don't mean for him, I mean for you. I want you to make living with you the best possible thing and environment that you can create. In order for him to stay, you have to be completely in love with what you have and where you are. That's what magnetic energy is. So if you're in any stage of manifesting a specific person and you're in misery and you're in pain or you're in lack and you're in doubt and you're in fear or you don't think you're good enough or you think it's been too long, you don't know where it's at, the water is not inviting for someone to dive into. And that's why no one's swimming in your pond, or that's why they're getting out of it. And I mean this with love. I know it might sound mean. I'm just trying to be as black and white as possible. Your energy is murky and it's created all this other junk. So you need to get super clear and clean and pure and positive and love. And I'm not saying spiritually bypass. I'm saying, how do I be okay? How can I look around at what I actually have and realize how much it is, how much I have, how grateful I am, how blessed I am, how much more is coming to me? Like somebody asked, or I think it was Bruja, was like, what's the difference between manifesting from gratitude and manifesting from lack? Or you said affirming from gratitude or affirming from lack. Same thing, because all your thoughts are affirmations. The difference is when you manifest from abundance or gratitude, thankful place, thank you. I'm so glad I have this. You are able to be returned or reciprocated or refilled or, mirrored back, reflected, fulfilling, something that makes you feel grateful, right? So if something makes me feel grateful and I express my gratitude, thank you so much. Wow, the universe is really blessing me with amazing things. I've just now created the next situation for me to get something that I would deem as amazing because I just said amazing things. So it's got to be something I would deem as amazing for me because it's my world. Whereas when you're manifesting from lack or affirming from lack, I don't have this. This feels awful. How can I keep it? It's going away. How do I make it stay? It doesn't want to be here with me. It's over there. It's with someone else. When that comes back to be mirrored back to me, guess what it's going to be? Not fair, not here, with someone else, doesn't want to be with me. It's going to be lack. You can't put lack out and expect to get the opposite of lack. It is a mirror. Lack out is lack back in. Lack within is lack without. Period. There's no way around it. The universe does not feel sorry for you. The people in your life might, and they might give you, cards and condolences and love, and that might be the way that you get love because you don't know how else to get it. But I'm telling you, you're not going to get it from the person that you want it from if this is the way you go about it. And that's what for many people. So take that what you take from that what you will. Again, Renee, if you want him to stay, you got to want to stay, right? Like, remember, you know what I mean? Like, it's mirroring you. What can you do to feel okay? What can you do to be zen? How can you put more meditation and shit that brings me joy and connection and love and excitement into your day every single day for the next 2 weeks? That's your homework, okay? Victoria, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, can we talk about your views on Mandela effect and all things quantum and how it maybe relates to revision? And all things quantum. That's a tall order. My views on Mandela. My views on Mandela effect are, that was one of my very first conspiracies. And I would 100% remember the Berenstain Bears. And in fact, I'm like a nerdy grammar Nazi. Like when I was a kid, I would have 100% been excruciatingly bothered by the fact that it was pronounced or spelled Berenstain and pronounced Berenstein. So I know there's no fucking way that I grew up in a reality where those motherfuckers' names were Berenstain and we pronounced it Steen, okay? That did not happen. So, as far as Mandela effect goes, when it all came out, it was like, okay, it's the Hadron Collider at CERN. They're fucking doing a bunch of shit. They're fucking with the timelines, yada, yada, yads. At this point, maybe it's possible because of the internet. Like, up until that happened up until that, like, and actually Mandela, I remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison. I remember that shit. I was a very aware child in the 90s. Like, I was always an aware child, but I was alive in the 90s. I was born in the early 80s. I remember that shit. So those Mandela effect, like the very first things that came out, I totally was like a part of the group of people that remembered it differently. So I've also had people that like have known me for a long time think I'm crazy for that, but like they also think that manifesting is fake. So I guess they'll always think I'm crazy. But anyways, actually no. Because they're gonna watch this shit and they're gonna realize I've been right this whole damn time, and they're gonna feel sorry and sad for always putting me down like I'm some sort of fucking idiot. Okay. And I love you, person that I'm talking to, but come on now. All right. So my views on Mandela effect right now is probably that, like, by the, once that rolled around, because that was kind of like, Mandela's been around for a long time, right? Like maybe like 10, probably 10 years, maybe earlier than that, or later, maybe 8 years. It's almost like there was because the internet came about, we were able to see evidence of potentially like different little versions of realities, right? So maybe it's not timelines being affected, or maybe it is, I don't know. But it also could be, now that I'm talking about it as a manifester, maybe it was different versions of reality where, I talk about you guys like doing something tiny you don't know how tiny the difference in reality could be, where you have what you want and you don't have what you want. It could be as little as an A in the title of a fucking book that you may or may not ever even know about. That's how minor it could be one molecule difference between the reality where you have everything you want and you don't have anything. Could be one molecule difference, and you're sitting around here saying, I don't fucking have it yet. That's why you don't have it. So, how does it relate to revision? You're always moving into new realities. Revise now. Your story that you think is a fucking problem, revise it right now. Why are you still saying you don't have it? Why are you still on Mindset? Not you, Victoria, everybody here. Why are you sitting on Mindset Monday, sitting here for an hour and 27 minutes and still haven't revised your fucking reality yet to where you want it to be? Why not? Sorry, guys. It's not me yelling at you. So, like, I don't know, man. That's how I'm going to end that question. Michelle, thank you for asking. I'm okay. I'm good. Thank you. Okay. All right. I have to move forward. I hope I answered your question. Oh, Victoria, that's you next too. Thanks, Victoria. Okay, next question by Victoria. Do you think it's self-deprecating to basically want some person who essentially doesn't want us, as the current 3D version of them relates to self-love? Do I think it's self-deprecating to want someone that doesn't want us? Okay. Eek. Okay. Yas. Eek, Barbara Dirkle. Okay. Yes. Because 100% yes, because you just affirmed that they don't want you. So is that self-deprecating? I think it sounds pretty much like it. If you are, if your SP is doing what you say and you just said they don't want you, then yeah, that's self-deprecating, right? Like, it's not in the fact that you want somebody and the 3D hasn't conformed yet. It's that you keep fucking saying they don't want you. Why are you saying that? I love you guys. Thank you. And thank you, Tiffany. Yeah, I try to get as many chats as I can, but usually once the super chats start rolling in, they just get backed up, and then I kind of just I want to make sure I get through them, and then it usually takes us to the end of the session. So so it's like when I think back with my husband, I wasn't describing him as the version I wanted to be, and he wasn't reciprocating in the way that I wanted him to. Was it self-deprecating for me to sit around and say, why won't he just commit to me all day long? It was. And the moment I stopped and I decided that I didn't need him to commit to me, that I was going to be okay on my own and that I was just fucking awesome as is, he conformed immediately. I talk about it all the time. That was like fucking 13 years ago, maybe something like that. It was a long time ago, man. It's just, he never went back, but I never went back either. I didn't like get my shit together mentally, and then he came back and I was like, oh, okay, now I can start fucking like, when's he gonna again? I never did that shit again. Once I realized, not that he's not a prize, I'm not taking away from him at all, because obviously he's the prize. I manifested, I have the best husband in the world. Of course he's a fucking prize, but I need to realize how much I am the prize in order to get that prize, right? Like prize matches prize. So I had to become, and it happened in an instant, thank God. But I had to become that bitch that knows that her man's not fucking going anywhere. And I am still. So, or her person, and it's not, it doesn't have to do with gender, is irrelevant. It's just like whatever you say, that's what's happening. And I was spending all of my days talking about how he would not commit to me. And I just wanted one thing, which was the title, but he wouldn't give it to me. And guess what he wouldn't give? The fucking title. Until I realized I didn't need it. I didn't want it anymore. Not that I didn't want it. It wasn't like I was like, again, not that I was saying fuck you. I was just like, it was like I shook myself out of a daze. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I like trying to force this poor person into loving me? Are you kidding me? Like, I am not somebody who needs to force somebody to love me. Like, it was that kind of like, I will find someone who's going to be real fucking excited and proud to love me. Like that was the mentality, and it happened, and it turned out to be the same person I was saying wasn't doing that. Okay. Again, I'm telling you guys, if anybody's going to tell you that you can get this, you can drop the SP and let them go and be ready to move on and still get them, I did it. I'm still living it. It's possible. I know it. But if you don't see your own value, they will never. They can't. They can't see you on that level if you won't do it for yourself. And for me, it took like one moment. It was like a I'm done moment, but I'm also a Scorpio. So I fucking probably put myself through a bunch of shit for a long time until I was done, and then I had it. But you can make that decision now. And then if you start to waver, make the decision again. And if you start to waver, make the decision again. And if you start to waver, make the decision again. And you never stop making that decision. That's how change is made, And Curvy Bree says, right, the attitude I need to keep day in and day out. It is every day. It is all day, every day. It is a practice. Sometimes it doesn't happen just one. It's not a one and done thing. There are some things you can one and done, and you've already one and done to them, or you will. But if it's not that, that's okay too. Just keep at it, but don't give up just because it doesn't happen right away. Like, like imagine giving up because a ladder didn't get you to the top right away. You know what I mean? It sounds so ridiculous to say about something like that like put it on your manifestation. Imagine being upset that you put in, you wanted to go to your best friend's house on your GPS, and when you put drive, you weren't automatically there in front of their house. Imagine being upset about that. Imagine thinking that the world wasn't working out for you because of that. And I'm not saying that's not possible, but I don't know, because maybe there's I don't know what the rules of Earth, right? So maybe it isn't possible, maybe it is. But we all as human beings have an understanding that it takes time to move distances, right? So if my friend lives in another city and I got so far that I got to put my GPS on to get over to their house, I can't hit drive and expect to be there in 1 second. That's ridiculous. And if you understand that concept, then you know why your manifestation isn't here yet, because you are sitting in your own driveway still pissed that you haven't fucking magically arrived at your destination, unwilling to back the motherfucker out of your driveway and start driving, taking left turns and right turns, sitting at red lights. letting people in front of you having the right of way, right? Letting other people get there first, being gracious, being cautious and careful and appreciative of the gravity of the machine that you're fucking operating. Yeah. I meditated for a long time today, can you tell? Okay. I feel like when you meditate for longer periods of time, it makes the everyday parts of life seem so irrelevant and minute and minuscule. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, who knows? Maybe it's real. Okay. Sarah, thank you so much for the super chat. Says there is no past, present, and future. You can send Reiki to the past and future. Everything happens energetically first. It's all in our attention. That's awesome. Thank you. I didn't know that you could send Reiki to the past and future, but that's really freaking cool. That's awesome. But definitely there is no past, present. I mean, there is a present, I guess, right? Like that's all we have is the now moment. It's just now moment after now moment, now, just constantly nows. That's what they say, that all we have is the nows, but it's always the past and it's always the future almost in an instant as well. And you're always going somewhere else. There's no point in crying over where the fuck you just got to, bitch. Get out of there. Get your shit together and move forward. Julie, okay, Julie's back. Julie said, yes, my relationship seemed to fall apart. Okay, so Julie, for you, and your question was about, you met somebody, you were talking for 2 weeks, and then they just said that they're going to go back to an ex or whatever, right? So for me, what I wanted to point out for you is that your pattern of things falling apart before they like even get started, or falling apart in general, that's what's playing out. It has nothing to do with that person. It has nothing to do with your attraction level, what you did, what you said, who they are, who their ex is, where they live, where you live, where you met. None of that is relevant. All of that is completely irrelevant. And it only has to do with the fact that you are in a cycle of expecting, fearing, worrying, experiencing, and then agreeing with, therefore revalidating, starting the cycle over, things falling apart. So what you're going to have to do is start describing them together as together. What does that mean? Longevity, commitment, solid, stable, reliable, dependable, trustworthy, open, honest, dedicated, I already said committed, but we can say it twice. Devoted. Words that mean long time. Words that mean love you long time. Like those kind of words are what you are going to start swapping out for your fears, worries, doubts, and insecurities about where they're going to go, who's better, how long is it going to last, if they don't, are you good enough, are they going to, all that bullshit needs to get replaced with the love you long time affirmations, right? Those words, longevity, commitment, dedication, life partner, here for life, not going anywhere, always around, dependable, count on them, those things. So that's first, is like, you have to start working to choose to view relationships that way. Make statements and affirmations and choices that reflect that you are chosen, you're the prize, you're the first choice, you're the number one choice, you're good enough, you're always, like whatever the opposite of your self-worth stuff is telling you, that's where you want to start putting your focus, is in building up your self-worth, knowing that you are valid and valuable and sought after, and the person that people want to stay with, or you're the person that people choose, you're the one they pick, you're the one who wins, or whatever it is. Like, that's what I would say is what I see from you as far as like the underlying issue of what's going on in that relationship. Because just trying to manifest him back is not going to deal with the fact that your fears are going to push him away again, or anybody that comes near you. And it's not your fault. We all have our things that we do, but yours are going to be around that worth stuff, and like the longevity and the commitment and whether they stick around. if that makes sense. Chia says, I'm Black, but I love your style so much. Thanks, Chia. It's okay. I'm mixed, so I appreciate you, and we can all love each other's style no matter what we look like. But thank you, and thanks for being here. Dusty. Okay. Dusty. Thank you for the super chat, says Roxy, you're so amazing. Thanks, Dusty. I looked at your video on releasing or letting go, and to be honest with you, I felt a big relief come over me. My obsessive affirmations were coming from lack. Okay. Yep. So what are you doing? So Dusty, tell me about what your plans are for the future when you start feeling that lack and getting antsy or getting, uncertain or getting worried or feeling like you have to obsess over your thoughts or over your affirmations and control things. Because it's almost like to me, it's okay to do this with your affirmations to get the point across and to get out of a spiral or to reprogram or rewrite, a belief. But if you don't have a certain level of understanding that eventually it's going to kind of take over, the process is going to take over for itself, and you can just kind of allow the universe to take over. I don't know. It's that's where my brain's going. So maybe it feels like you're still trying to control the outcome and make it happen, when in reality, the affirmations are to convince you otherwise from your I'm going to say shitty beliefs, but your previous beliefs that got you where you are now, right? So the affirmations, it's like they're creating your world, but they're also you and not you, but it's what you think life is. And if you can convince yourself of what you're affirming, then you don't have to affirm so hard, because you'll already believe it or you'll already expect it, which will help you manifest it naturally on autopilot, which is what you're already doing with the things that you're manifesting that you don't like. You believe it's true and you expect it for yourself. You fear it. You worry about it. You're insecure about it, and therefore it shows up again. But if you could switch your sentences and use those to describe what you actually want to come about and not what you don't want, then that's what you would experience. But it takes dedication and focus, and part of, being able to put your affirmations down and know that you did enough and to do something for yourself, or, you know what I mean? Being able to step away from affirming and not thinking that everything's going to fall apart, because that thought in itself will make it fall apart, right? Okay, NJ said, Roxy, you remind me of when I'm doing one of Jillian Michaels' workouts. Do you know why? It's because I also work out at Jillian Michaels, and she's who I hear in my head screaming at me. So that is 100% why, is because that's who's screaming at me in my head. And that's so funny that you picked up on that, because that's exactly why I'm reminding you of her, is because she screams at me. And I love her, and she can scream at me all day long. Okay, Dana. Hi, Roxy. Hi, Dana. While manifesting my SP, I met someone. Everything was okay. Hold on. While manifesting my SP, I met someone. Everything was okay, but now he went ghost. I don't really care because I want my SP. Does this mean my self-concept isn't good? Okay. Let's not say that your self-concept isn't good, but thinking about the nature and the conceptualization of being ghosted, okay? So what you're saying is that everything was fine, but at some point, this person didn't either answer the phone, respond to a text, open a DM, or call you back, right? That's essentially what you're saying. And enough time went by whether that was 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 days, 20 days, doesn't really matter, where you decided, okay, they're not contacting you, worried enough, doubted, feared enough to where they're in an energetic place of not responding to you. And, or, like you said here with your self-concept, you have a pattern of getting some of what you want and then having it take away. So remember somebody earlier was, I think it was Julie, we were talking about having things fall apart kind of early on. I don't know if that's what's going on with you, but I definitely like, at the very least, your language is talking about ghosting. You agree you've been ghosted. You now are making it mean that you are not doing something right. Do you see the pattern? That's the real problem. Is the expectation, the validation of that expectation, and then the putting of your down of your own self and your abilities. That's the real issue that's going on right here. So that cycle is gonna fuck you up over and over. Now, whether or not you also have a program that people don't communicate with you, or you know what I mean, like there could be many layers to it, but like, let's not say that you don't have that your self-concept isn't good. Let's just say that right now it's describing a reality where people could think that you possibly would not be the number one person to contact at all times. You get what I'm saying? It's like you have to make up a new story for yourself and then be really convinced of it when you're operating with other people, or else they're going to do your old story, you know? Witchy Wheels, hello, welcome. Okay. Let me just read this one from Renee. It says, so should I revise and say that he's moving in with me in 2 weeks because I'm so fucking amazing, and why wouldn't he want to live with me? And remember, he decided that's what he... something or other. I mean, yeah. I mean, like, whatever it is that you want, yes, that's affirm that, you know? Like, say whatever it is that you want, but just don't say he's not and he's over here and he's doing these things that I don't want. Say what you want it to be. Like, of course, I mean, yeah, you can talk about him moving in with you, but of course, like at the root of it is that you are amazing. You are magnetic to everybody around you, especially him, of course. There's nowhere else he'd rather be in the world, and there's nowhere else you'd rather be in the world. And let yourself be a magnet instead of trying to chase him down with your affirmations and trying to nail down a story, which, okay. Yes, you want to have a story, but the story is he doesn't want to go anywhere else. That's where he wants to be, is with you. Once you have that, which you do, your job now is to be amazing. Just saying you're amazing and then sitting around in misery is not the same thing. Learn how to be okay and be amazing now. Again, don't just talk about how your pond is inviting for people to dip in. Make it inviting. Clean the water. You brush back the rocks off the shore. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just say that it's the shit. Be the shit. That's what makes the flies come, is being the fucking shit, not fucking talking about it, you know? It's a weird analogy, but I just saw. Missy is the poo. Just take a big whiff. Okay. Okay. And then I think there was a super chat. Jean, thank you so much for the super chat. Hold on. I got to get this in the bigger font, because I have such good eyesight. It's fucking crazy how good my eyes are. My eyes are so good. My eyes are so good. My eyes are so fucking good. My eyes are so good. Jean says, I'm struggling with my mental health. I don't know how to manifest good feelings without feeling it real, because what I'm trying to manifest is a feeling. Is affirming enough? I've already been practicing self-care. Okay. Jean, what I hear from you missing is shit that brings me joy. I don't recognize your name, Jean, so you might be new to the community. I have something that I have all my clients do and our follower, community members here. Everybody, I suggest make a shit that brings me joy list. And this list is everything that you like to do that has nothing to do with your worth, your value, how much money you make, what you look like. It's only things that make you happy to be alive. Can everybody throw some stuff in the chat, please? Put some stuff that's on your shit that brings me joy list so that we can give Jean some ideas about what to put on their list. But yeah, so let me know what some of your affirmations are, or excuse me, some of your shit that brings me joys are. For me, I like taking walks, going to the beach, hanging with my dog and my husband. I like listening to like Mariah Carey and singing YouTube videos, singing to YouTube videos. That's true. That's pretty much what I do. Sometimes I'll set up house karaoke with my freaking amp and shit and sing karaoke in my living room. I like to do tarot. What else do I like to do? I like to eat food. I love food. But let's not talk about food if we're talking about emotional escapes. Okay, let's erase. Not food. Yeah, I'm like blanking right now, but those are some of the things that are on my list. Heather says playing Overwatch, gardening, listening to music, morning coffee, dancing. Soka, yes, okay. Nature walks, totally. Watching movies with your son, propagating plants. Michelle likes hanging with her 4-month-old daughter, going on walks. Oh my gosh, Ladadita says, I was literally hugging a tree on my hike with my dog when you asked. Exactly. Tommy says, dancing to my feel-good playlist while making pancakes. There you go. Dina says, working out, bar blend, yoga, dancing and singing, diamond art, cooking, listening to great music. Elena says, music, dancing, traveling, deep conversations, mountains, skiing. Millie. Dina watching cat videos. Exactly. So it's like, you make a list of things that you like to do. Oh yeah, my husband and I we've been playing that what do you meme game. It's so dumb. And it's kind of hard to play with two people, but it's also really funny sometimes. So just like what I want to say to you, Jean. First things first is that instead of trying to make yourself feel good, what I want you to do is get yourself into the habit of doing things that naturally make you feel good. Like this is what I just heard in my head was like try frowning on a roller coaster. Like that kind of a thing. Like try being upset in a room full of like kittens and puppies or something. It's that kind of mentality of like, okay, I'm not going to try to make myself happy. I'm going to do the shit that I know makes me happy. Maybe it's stuff that made you happy as a kid. Maybe it's horseback riding or skydiving or spelunking or fucking snorkeling or collecting rare pennies or calligraphy. I mean, like it could be anything that just gets you into that space of like, oh yeah, I like what I'm doing. Like you just get like, oh yeah, I'm doing my thing I like to do. I don't need any money. I don't need any people around me. I could do this all day. I could get lost in it. And I'm just doing it because it makes me feel happy to be alive. And so I have everyone make these lists because I want them to do one a day and then also use that when you need it. So you can use it when you need an escape route. You can use it when you're spiraling. You can use it when you're depressed or feeling down or not knowing how to get into the feeling state. Like you're feeling not very good, put on a fucking how to twerk video. You'll be feeling fine after a while. Like it just like move the energy in your body. Malachi, my music producer, we talked about how the water is 70%, 75% water. And also water carries messages and information. Music It connects with people so much and makes them dance because the beat and the rhythms literally move the water inside of your body. Like if you think about like if you like water droplets on a speaker, like boom boom, you can see the vibration. That's what happens in your body with music. It literally moves the water in your body. So when you feel anything or you want to feel better, move the water in your body. Like literally get up and move, go to a different room, do some jumping jacks, run up and down the stairs, do a couple twerk videos, bend down and, cuddle with your dog or something, run around with the kid, run around in the yard, go out, put your feet in the grass, do a couple, like yoga poses or even just like bending over and stretching your lower back. Just like do something to get out, like literally physically move your water, move the space, move the energy that you're in. And that'll help break up what you got going on. It's kind of like, when you walk through a doorway and you forget what you're doing, it's like that thing. You're doing that to yourself on purpose. You're jump-starting, getting yourself out of that rut of like not feeling good. Mind's not in the right space. Quit trying to get everything on board and just go do something that will just naturally put you out of this space mentally. And then the other thing is like, I'm not sure like exactly what you're struggling with as far as your mental health goes, but please watch my video on manifesting physical healing. Actually, I lied. It's not a video. It's a podcast episode. It's on my podcast, roxytalks.com/podcast. You might have to scroll down a lot on the page because it's from June of 2021. But I talk about manifesting physical healing. And I want you to, I'm not saying heal your mental, I'm not saying, go heal yourself. I'm saying I want you to watch that video so you learn how to talk about having a mental illness, okay? Because saying that you have it, defining yourself by it, saying that you're struggling with it, you don't know how to, all these things that you're saying, that's manifesting. So if you can talk about what's going on in your mind in a better way, you can lessen, it's like you lessen the degree of what you're going through. So if anybody's dealing with mental health issues, whether it's an illness you can see or not, my healing episode from the podcast will help you. So my suggestion would be to do those things of go, it's 4 steps. Disassociate, stop calling yourself by that name, stop calling it yours. Do your visual healing, do your affirming healing with your words, and then do what you got to do in the 3D reality to like actually heal if you have to take medication or doing meditation or going on walks, whatever it is. But it's 4 steps to healing anything in the body or anything really in general. So, or changing really anything, honestly. Stop saying that the problem is what it is. Do your visualizing, do your affirming, do your physical. Obviously, right? When you really break it down, it makes sense. But it works for anything. So, and keep doing your self-care. If you can get into therapy, I suggest it. Maybe checking on betterhealth.com or someone that you can talk to that's professional. I have a therapist, so I definitely suggest anybody that can do it. And be easy on yourself. We're going through a crazy, unprecedented time, and it's okay to feel the way you're feeling. But if you want to feel better, start making yourself feel better by putting yourself in places where you actually would just naturally feel better, not trying. Like I just saw one of those like trampoline places. If you like jumping on trampolines, try being in a bad mood and jumping on a fucking trampoline. Like, you know what I mean? It's not really going to happen. Eventually you're going to be like, ha, 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 and you're going to be excited. So that's my advice. Whew. Okay. And it is last call for super chats. Last call. Let me see if I have more. And again, I'm not trying to trivialize what you're going through. I just want you to start putting one foot in front of the other in a different direction that will actually help you with what you're going through versus just exacerbating it. Lola, thank you so much. How did I make my husband be into manifesting? You know what? My husband witnessed my first manifestation. So he didn't have a fucking choice. We both were like, what the fuck? And it was great because I had a witness, so I knew that, like, you saw this happen. You know that just came out of fucking nowhere. I'm either psychic or I made that happen. And so once that thing happened and it changed my life, obviously, this is why I do what I do. We kind of just, I mean, like, we were both on board together. And I mean, my husband, he's one of the lucky people that, like, doesn't have a whole lot of fucking trauma and, like, bullshit to work through. So he doesn't, like, sit around and worry about stuff. He doesn't, like, he just is like, I don't know. It's refreshing and annoying sometimes, but, like, with love, of course. But so, getting him on board honestly wasn't like, I didn't really have, like, I do, okay, I will say, like, I do have to ask him to to help me manifest and to, like, to talk about our stuff in an expansive way, because he is somebody that, like, he doesn't have a lot of, like, pain pushing him towards stuff or causing him to seek out things to lessen it. So he's, like, content, I guess is how that works. He's content with life, whatever that is. So one of the, I'm not gonna say it's a downside, but one of one of the, what's the word I want to use? One of the outcomes of that is that he doesn't always, like, dream outside of what we're doing or dream, like, very big, or, I mean, we have a great life. We have a great house. We're both very happy. We're fine here. I want bigger and better. He'd be totally fine if I mean, he's not pressed. He likes his life. He's chill. He's good to go. So, I didn't have to get him on board because he literally watched my first manifestation happen with me. But, like, my first conscious one, or I didn't know about manifesting, but I did it. Like, I knew I was going to meet this person that I didn't know in a state that I didn't live in. And I willed our bodies into the same fucking geographical location. And my husband was there for the whole fucking thing. So he saw it happen. So he didn't need any convincing. And then I just, I'm doing what I do, period. Like, if you don't believe in manifesting, that sucks for you. What the fuck does that, I mean, okay. And it doesn't affect me at all, so I just kept going and I'm still here. I have one of my best friends in the entire world. I don't even think she's ever made it through The Secret. We have this long-standing joke that she's used The Secret as, like, a doorstop, a fucking coffee, what is it, a coaster, everything in the world but a fucking book. But so yeah, I'm still over here doing it regardless of whether they're on board. But I do actually, I do ask him to help make me be more proactive in our language and talk openly, talk as if we're growing. Like, when we were trying to move out of our old house to come here, our old apartment to come here, it was easier to dream big and talk big together because we both wanted out of the situation. Now it's like, not that he, of course we're fine. I'm a grinder. Like, I'm just like bigger, 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 bigger. So, he's cool though. He's down. And then Lola, here's the real answer to your question. If he's not down, just say that he is and manifest him to be, Okay, Laura. This is our final super chat. Thank you so much, Laura. Do you have any advice on how to say habit catchphrases around time more assertively? Example, I say, I'll be with SP eventually, or I'm playing the long game with him. I want my stuff now. Okay. So how about, like, okay. Oh, actually, there's one that came to me today, or not today. I was reminded of it today. What is it, like, time? Oh, time expands for me. Now, this is kind of like the opposite, but I would, just as a personal anecdote, I was telling you guys I went to a concert in the desert last week, and we ended up renting like a better car because it was like a longer trip, and my car's okay, but you know, you never know. So we rented a car, and they upgraded us, and then the upgrade ended up having one of those the fast passes, because in California they'll charge you like fucking $12 to use the highway. Well, if you don't want to sit in traffic, even some of them you still have to pay. So they have a fast pass on it, and we were like, we got on the highway, the freeway or whatever, and we're driving, and like the GPS is telling me like we had like VIP tickets, so I had to get there at a certain time, and it's telling me that we're gonna get there like, you know, right on the minute, and I just sat there. I was like, okay, I cannot look at the time on the GPS. I didn't look at it for probably like 20 minutes, and I just sat there like, time expands for me, time expands for me, time expands for me. And I just sat there over and over, just like, time is expanding for me, we're always on time is expanding for me. And then we got in that freaking lane, whatever, the fast pass lane, and it like went down like 20 minutes. And that's what first it went down 10 because I visualized it going down 20 minutes. It was like said 4:45, which was when I was supposed to be at the show in line ready. And that's what it said I was going to be arriving. And I was like, okay, I want to say 4:25. So when we got on the thing, it went down to 4:35, and then it went down to 4:25. I was like, oh, I fucking manifested that. Anyways, long story short, I'll be with it. Like, time is on my side. I always get what I want. It always works fast. My manifestations come super fast. Everything works out so fast. Time's on my side. Did I just say those things exactly the same? I did. Where did it go? So I'll be with my SP eventually. How about maybe something like you could even say something like past tense, like, oh, I love how fast that worked out, or dang, that worked out so fast, or things always work out so fast for me. You said I'm playing long. He's falling in love with me right now. He's already been in love with you. He's been waiting on you. He's tired of you playing in the game. He's been waiting on you this whole time. Like, let me know if any of those resonate with you. It's unfolding now. It happens so fast. We're falling in love. Like, maybe like bring your affirmations to the next logical place. Like, if you're playing the long game with him, then what? Eventually one day, what? Because that, however you answer that, will tell you like where you can take your affirmations in a place that like makes sense to you. Tommy says next day delivery. I love it. That's awesome. Manifestation prime. That's funny. Veronica says my wallet expands for me. Yes. So Laura, I hope that resonates. Okay, here we go. I love how fast we got together resonates really big. Okay, good. Okay. I love how fast we get together. And just like every time you think about, man, that happened so fast. That happened so, I can't believe how fast that happened. And just being like really how you'd be like, that happened so, oh my God. Sell yourself on it, make it true. Make it true to yourself. Because if you're discounting it, if you're saying the affirmation and then being like, yeah, but they're not really here, you might as well not even bother. Like, what a waste. Like, not even a waste, but what a stressful way to operate your mind. Seems like to just be so counterproductive, just be like wasting thoughts all day long. Witchy Wills, good night. We appreciate you hanging out with us late. I know it's late where you are. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I know it's already, okay. It's at 2. I got to wrap up. I'm tired. Same day delivery because not like tired. I'm drained is what it is. I need to I need to replenish my spirit. Okay. Elena says, I'm so glad my wallet is expanded. I'm so glad my wallet is expanding. I just cleared out a bunch of change and now there's all this room for more. Yes, that's awesome. V, yeah, they're so small. They're getting smaller every day. They're so perky. They're so tiny. You love them. They defy gravity. Just say those things. Jason says, you have a nice voice. You should do ASMR. You want me to speak into my microphone like this? Okay, sorry. All right, no more. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. Okay. And no shade to any ASMR. Tommy's dozing off. Okay, are we going to talk about Disneyland? Are we doing Disneyland, you guys? Should we do it in May? Is that too soon? That's only like 2 full months to prepare if you're not a California person. Brandon. She's tired. She's drained and she's tired. Okay, you guys like my ASMR. Okay, good. It was a good one. All right. Okay. What were we talking about? Disneyland. Yes, and homework. Word World. Glad you're here. Weird World. Disneyland, Leanne, you're looking at what? Disneyland right now? Can we take a vote, a collective vote? Right now, please type in the chat. If we do a May trip, is that too soon? Despicable E, yes, we're trying to plan a group trip to Disneyland, California, not Florida. Dina says time is an illusion. Yes, Dina, you're right. What is time? Okay. Leanne says 2 days with tickets and hotel. 1 park per day is $687 land only. 2 days. Okay. 2 days for me is a lot. You guys, of course, can do your own 2-day thing. I probably won't do 2 days because that's a lot for me. And I'll have to get a dog sitter. So I probably will only do 1 day. But obviously, I mean, do 12 days if you want. Do anything that you want. But that's a good deal, though, for 2 days, 2 different parks and hotels, $687. That's not bad. Leanne says summer is high season, more crowded, more expensive. So that's why I was trying to think of May. Is like it's not going to be as hot. Maybe less people. Maybe we can go on a weekday too, so it'll be less people. But let's get this going because like I can go anytime. Elena says it's gonna be May. Yeah, it is gonna be May. Elena, are you coming? NJ says anyone coming from Australia? Amy's coming. She says, not bad for 2 days. I'll be coming from Atlanta. Yeah, honestly, though, if you are coming from somewhere else, that's not a bad deal for the 2 days and hotel. That's actually a really good deal for LA. We doing fancy dress. Tommy, so I was thinking of I think I want to make t-shirts. You don't have to wear it, but I was going to make like Roxy Talks Disney shirts so that we could all be matching like when we're on a field trip and we have to wear the same color. Caleb, check out my videos on my 360 method. That's my personal signature. I am tired. I'm speaking so well. That is my signature approach. It's what I use in my life and what I teach my clients as well. And I explain like why and how manifesting works. I also have videos on quantum physics and the time lag and the science behind manifestation that will help you kind of understand what's going on so you can be more accepting of the fact that this is happening 24/7. You will never not be manifesting. You could never stop manifesting. Even I think outside of Earth, you still manifest because Earth is a manifestation of the 8th dimension. So, Space Ghost going to manifest coming with us. Listen, it's totally possible. If you think that going to Disneyland is hard or far-fetched, 100% you can manifest. Start scripting right now. Start scripting today. It will work out, okay? Tiffany says if it's May, can it be after May 12th? Okay, so we're talking second half of May. Aisha says, can't wait for the world tour. Me neither. I'm going to be going to the studio this week. I'm so excited. Shantae says, yes, too soon. Dina says, who wants to room with me? Yes, Dina. Dina, maybe you should come stay with me. I feel like we've known each other way too long. Maybe we should just have a slumber party. Okay. Elena says maybe we'll all have a fancy dinner night in Cali. Yeah, we could definitely have a dinner. We can go do more stuff. I probably will only do one day of Disney personally. That's enough for me. Amy says, good idea. I was thinking it may be impossible. The very word itself says I'm possible. So it's going to happen. We are doing it. Shantae, I know you said it's too soon, but how about it's not too soon? Shantae, you stay and you go with us. Do I have a date? We need to book a vacation. Despicable E. We don't have a date specifically, but we can start narrowing it down. There's only 2 weekends in the last half of May. So we'll figure it out. Despicable E, get in contact with Leanne, hello@roxytalks.com. And she can help keep you posted, and we'll start working on this. How about this? I'll have an answer for you guys by next week. By next week, we will have an answer to the Disney, Roxy Talks Disney group trip. Okay? We'll have a date, and we'll let you know if we find any specials or whatever. Okay. Duddy, is there Harry Potter in California? Yes, but it's at Universal Studios, which we could also do. We took a vote, and everyone said Disney. But there is Universal Studios and there is Harry Potter. And maybe we could do both. I don't know. Maybe we do Disney one day, Harry Potter the next day, or Universal the next day. Anyways. Elena says, ha, I love this. Imagine how powerful we will feel as a group by manifesting something together. Imagine how fun it's going to be what if it was on a what if it was on a Monday and it was Mindset Monday in real life at Disneyland? Mimi says, go in November. Mimi, November was just the other month. We're not waiting a year. We want to go now. Wait until November. Well, maybe we'll go then, but we're talking about. Are you still moving Mindset Mondays to your website? I don't know yet because I'm building a new website, so I don't know at all yet. But Rebecca says there are 3 weekends in May after the 12th. Thank you, Rebecca. Okay, so we're narrowing it down to 3. One of the weekends in the what? Sentences are easy. Dina says, I want some Minnie Mouse ears. Definitely, yeah, for sure. For sure. We're going to have our little ears on and our matching Roxy Talks shirts. We're going to be cute. Okay. All right. We need to do homework. I'm going over and we haven't talked about homework yet. Dina said, you get a hug and you get a hug. Everyone gets a hug. I know. I've already, because I was thinking about it, and I already visualized myself, not on purpose, just naturally, I'm probably going to cry a lot because when I'm overcome with emotion, it comes out of my eyes. Not necessarily because I'm sad. It's just I'm a freaking crier. My eyes are wet. They just go. So I can only imagine just like Leanne, Tiffany, and Dina, I would be like, oh my God, I can't. I'm already getting, hold on, I gotta stop talking about it. The emotions building. So don't judge me if I cry when I meet you, because I probably will. Because I love you. All right, homework. Script for Disney. Okay, Amy. Amy did it. Thanks, Amy. I gotta dry my little wets. I gotta air these motherfuckers out. All right. Okay, our homework is script for a fun Roxy Talks trip to Disneyland in May. Shantae says I'll manifest it not being too soon. Shantae, how about you just manifest you being there? Let's know this. If we go after May, Shantae won. Shantae's scripting won. If we don't go in May and it's after May, Shantae won the scripting battle. Yes, it'll definitely be a waterproof mascara day for sure. I always wear waterproof mascara, but okay. So our homework is we're all going to script about what a wonderful time we have at Disney as a group. Our first official Roxy Talks group trip, outing, community field trip. This is official. Fablane, where do you live? You're only 40 minutes from Anaheim, so are you south or north of Anaheim? Aisha says I'm scripting for the Roxy Talk sold out world tour. You know what, Aisha? Now I'm scripting for the Roxy Talks world tour. I am scripting for the Roxy Talks sold out world tour also. Thank you. Because why am I not scripting about that? I mean, sometimes I do, but let's dangle that carrot. Despicable E, I'm so glad you made it too. What house am I? Oh, Elena. If anyone wants to know, I am a Gryffindor, but you didn't ask me. But I told you anyways because I want to. Okay. Leanne says, homework, script about our time at Disneyland as a group, our first official Roxy Talks. Why am I so good at reading today? Our first official Roxy Talks group trip. It's happening. I just saw 222. May 2022. Roxy Talks official group trip outing at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. Be there or be fucking square. Square is cool too, but just be there. Be there and be square. Your homework tonight, this week, is to script about being at that trip. And if you don't want to be on our Disney trip, then script about somewhere you do want to be and script about a vacation. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's it. Or an outing, like a fun outing. Script about like a really fun day. There it is. That's what I want you to do. Your homework. If you're doing Disney with us, which even if you feel like it's too far-fetched, but you want to, the homework is for you. Script about going to Disney with us, how easy it was, how fast you got here, how everything worked out, how much you loved it, how you got to stay so long, how you had the best day, how there were no lines. We got to all the front of the rides all the time. We had the best time ever. The weather was perfect. Oh yeah, we all just vibed so well. Script about that. If you're not interested in going to Disney with us, then your homework is to script about a really fun outing that you want to do that you haven't done or an experience that you haven't, and script it as if it happened. Okay? That's our homework for the week. Leanne says, which means the shirts now need to be designed. Yes, they do. The shirts will now be designed because I want we have to have like a cutoff date. Leanne, let's look into production times and shipping times so we can backtrack our cutoff date to make sure everyone gets their shirts before the trip. So we know we can tell them, like, if you're going to order a shirt, order it before this day. But we'll design the shirts. Have me and my husband made videos together on manifestation. I would love to. My husband he's not necessarily like an on-camera person. We've talked about it sometimes. Like sometimes I'm like, let's just turn the mics on, not film video. We'll just like do like a podcast and just talk about stuff. But we haven't yet. Maybe someday. I think someday he might come around. There's a new town in Cali that is a Disney town. Yeah, I think they bought something and they're doing something with it or something like that. I think I've heard whisperings of it. Renee says, if I go, I can get to all the front of the lines because I have a wheelchair. Yes. So we already know that this is possible for us. And it's happening. So Renee's coming. Amy's coming. Elena's coming. Leanne's coming. Dina's coming. Tiffany's coming. Tommy's coming. Witchy Wheels went to bed. We're going to tell her she's coming. Okay. And Despicable E. Shantae's coming. And Aisha's coming too. All right. I love you all so much. I got to pop off. Pop up. I got to jump off and... Despicable E's coming. This is going to be fun. I'm really excited. We're going to have a good time. And that's it. I know Leanne will be there. If anybody's going, Leanne's going to be there because Leanne's the travel queen. Tommy. I wonder if Tommy's been to the States yet. It might be his first time. Oh, Malachi. Oh, Mally will for sure come. Yeah, Mally will come. I didn't even think about that. You guys will get to meet Malachi too. Oh my God. It's going to be so fun. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'm just like... Dina says, I always go for the front row, a.k.a. the Tiffany section on roller coasters, just an FYI. Dina, you're so brave. I like to be in the middle because it's like the least scary place. I don't mind. I'm not really... I don't like this dropping thing. I don't like my stomach being in my throat. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of that thing. So, but I'll do them. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. I'll tell you that. Brendan says next trip, Six Flags, New Jersey. Or where's that one place, Cedar Point? Maybe we should go to like Cedar Point or something like. I don't know. I'm making things up. All right. You guys hear my stomach growling? Okay, it's time to go. Okay, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Give yourself a pat on the back. You deserve it. Dina says, I'm a thrill seeker. Yas, Dina. I see you seeking some thrills. I appreciate you all. I can't wait to see you all at Disneyland in May, on May 2022, when we all meet up at Disneyland and have the best day ever. Leanne, you have a Six Flags pass. Oh, no, I'm about to renew my Universal Studios pass, but that's okay. I'm still going to go to Disneyland with you guys because I love you. And how fun are we going to have? How much fun are we going to have at Disneyland with our matching shirts? We will. So your homework tonight is to script, not homework this week. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so good at staying focused. Script about us going to Disney and how great of a time we're going to have. If you do not want to go to the Disney trip, not because you think it's not possible, because if you think it's not possible, then definitely script about it. Oh, Tommy, we love you. Have you been to the States? Because you're coming with us. We've all decided. Oh, Tommy, you could fly to New York and pick up Dina, and then you guys fly together here so that neither of you have to fly that way alone. Ooh, spa day. Yeah, Renee, Renee knows what's up. We do need a spa day. Amy says, I'll hold everyone's ears, no roller coaster. That's okay too, Amy. Tommy, it'll be your first time. Okay, cool. Yay. We're going to have so much fun. We should go like down to Hollywood Boulevard too or something, like do something really Hollywood in Los Angeles. We can make this a week-long thing. I don't know, you guys. This is all who knows what this turns into? You could just start with a Disney thing and then turn into like a week-long menagerie of California life. But anyways, time for me to go. Not Disney World, Disneyland in Anaheim, California. Okay? And yeah, we'll do an East Coast meetup. The only reason we're doing this is because it's easiest for me. And if you want me to be there, then at this point, the quickest way to get me there is to do something in LA. So, but right, Brendan, you're right, because we can all travel so easily, of course. So I love you all. I appreciate you. Can't wait to see you at Disney. Can't wait to see you in my scripting later tonight. That sounded weird, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to script about all of you and how much fun we're going to have together, how we're all going to cry when we see each other with our matching shirts and ears on. Dan, you're coming too. All right. I'm so excited for you guys. It's going to be really fun. Oh, Dolly World. Oh my God. Dolly World will be fun. That would be fun too. Okay. There's so many places. Okay. I love you all. I appreciate you. Be good to yourselves. Your homework right now is to script about our Disney trip. And if you're not going to do Disney with us, then script about a very fun, exciting outing that you want to go on, an adventure you'd like to go, a place you'd like to go, a trip you'd like to take, a vacation you'd like to have, and script about that. How about we script about it every night for the week this week? What happens if we do 7 days of scripting about going to Disney as a group? Because we all are scripting every day, right? So we'll just throw in a few sentences about it. And yeah. I'm popping off. I'm sorry, Mimi. I really gotta go. I'm a half hour over right now. Can you get me next week? Yeah. All right. It's time for me to go. I got to go. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you. Bye.